Hi there, welcome to my channel. It's so good to have you here with me once again. Are you aware that this year Canada has seen a surge in asylum claims? Oh yes. What is actually surprising is the number of international students who have sought asylum in Canada. Actually, the first time in the history of Canada, from January 2024 to September 2024, Canada has seen about 14,000 asylum claims from international students, and this is so alarming, guys. Stay with me as we discuss this and how this is going to affect international students in general, how this is going to affect temporary residents and people who are seeking to come into Canada, and also people who have genuine asylum claims. Kindly do well to subscribe to this channel if you have not done that yet. So almost 14,000 international students are seeking asylum in Canada in this year alone. The top 3 countries that these international students are coming from are India, Nigeria, and Ghana. This has actually sparked intense scrutiny and raised so many questions about the integrity of Canada's immigration system and the asylum system. The immigration officer actually suspects that some immigration consultants here in Canada are actually counseling these international students to file these false claims, and they are actually taking advantage of loopholes in Canada's immigration system to do this. He also partly attributes this to the surge in temporary residents in Canada, and further states that this is likely to cause a further reduction in the annual immigration figures. If you are a constant follower of this channel, you will know that I have always been one person not for international students coming into Canada to seek asylum. The student route to Canada is one path that is more of a straightforward path once you do your plans very well. Why then do you even think of seeking asylum after having the opportunity to come into Canada with a study permit? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am not an immigration consultant or an immigration lawyer, but this is what I think. I think most of these international students did not come to Canada with the intention of coming to seek asylum. I really think that most of them came with the intention of going to school, but they were not quite prepared financially, because they thought they could work and use the money they earn from work to fund their education and living expenditure in Canada. But when they are faced with reality and they realize that is not a feasible plan, then the asylum route kind of becomes like the only way out for them to continue staying in Canada. That is why I always say in my videos that, before you move to a place like Canada for school, you have to plan. You have to come with enough money to last you for at least a year, your tuition and your living expenditure for at least a year, because the 24 hours a week work that Canada allows you to do is not sufficient to take care of your tuition and living expenditure in Canada if you come with no money. And that is the truth. But most of us do not take our time to really plan well. And because everybody is going to school, so I also want to use the school route to relocate, and we contact all these agents who are so focused on their monies, and they do not let you know the ins and the outs of the whole thing. They take so much money from you already. The money that could have paid your school fees, you use that to pay the agent to help you in securing the visa. So when you get here, you are left with no money, and they probably tell you that, oh, don't worry, when you get there, you will get work and pay. You would be working and paying for your school, and that is what everybody does. You need to even know which academic calendar will be beneficial for you. Let me tell you this. Most international students in Canada come in September. Yeah? When you come in September and your program is just 1 year, you do September to December, you go for 2 weeks break, and you do January till about June, July, thereabouts, and you are done. So you really do not have the break to be able to work on limited hours. But when you come in January, when you come in the January academic calendar, you start school in January, and then you have the privilege of having the summer break, about 3 months that you can work on limited hours. Guys, do you get where I am coming from? So that is why you need to set and plan. You cannot take off without knowing all this. Everybody is going to school in September, so you jump on. You do not have money to pay your tuition. You just jump on. You pay a minimum deposit to the school already. But you are made to think that, oh, just go and work and you can pay off. No, it will not be enough to pay off. So you realize that you came with the intention to go to school, you start the school, and you are so hard pressed, and people from back home are telling you, don't come. When you call them to send you money to pay for tuition, instead of them to look for money for you to make sure that you stay in school and complete school, they will tell you they do not have money, but by no means do not come. Do not come back home, because you know where you left and you know the situation home is not so good. So you have to stay and find a way anyhow. And that is what pushes so many students to the asylum route. But you will realize that if you had come in January and had that summer break that gives you about 3 months, that you can work and work and work for as long as you can handle, unlimited. And trust me, people make lots of money within that summer break. That would have given you enough money to probably have paid the remaining balance of your school fees, and that would have been okay. But no, we do not do this research. We just follow the crowd, and we do, because if you have a genuine asylum claim, will you start school in the first place? No, I don't think so. People who come into Canada with genuine asylum claims seek asylum at the airport, because they had it in mind when they were coming. Something was actually pushing them. They are running away from something. So they do not come and go to school for, some even go to school for a year. How can you go to school for a year and go and seek asylum after that, when the conditions in your home country has not changed? Nothing has happened. We've not heard anything. So what is now causing you to seek asylum at this point in time, after being in school for a year? Or if you still want to come to school in September for whatever reason, have you explored funding that are available for international students? There are funding packages available for international students. I know so many international students who are currently in Canada who came in with a funding package called M-Fund. Yes, guys, if you are interested in knowing more about this type of funding, let me know, and I'll get one of those students to come and explain to us how it works and how to apply for that, so that you do not have to go and seek asylum because you are not getting money to fund your schooling in Canada. The asylum seeking is supposed to be for people who need, okay? People who are displaced for some reasons, people whose home countries are no more safe for them. And it is not supposed to be a way out when you find yourself in a tight situation and you do not know what to do. Imagine you have come to school in Canada, you have completed school, you have your postgraduate work permit. You've been given a 3 years postgraduate work permit, and you have worked for 3 years. You have worked for almost 3 years, and when it's just about 3 months or 4 months to the expiration of your postgraduate permit, you are going to seek asylum. Guys, in as much as I am not an immigration consultant or I am not a guru in this field, even in my lay mind, I know that this is fishy. Okay, why would you come to school for, say, a year? After that, postgraduate work permit, 3 years. You've done 2 years, 6 months. You have 6 months to expire. And now you realize that you did not take advantage of all the other avenues to get a permanent residency. And you find yourself in a tight corner, quote and unquote, and you think seeking asylum is the only way out for you. I wouldn't do that, because what am I going to tell them? What will be my reason for seeking asylum? Whatever reason I'll give for wanting to seek asylum may be very shallow, because I'm just trying to take advantage of the system. And when we continue to do this, guys, people with genuine asylum claims would also suffer, because now the process is going to be more rigorous. Even if it's a visitor's visa, why would you come and stay for 5 months? You know that you are not supposed to stay beyond 6 months, and just in your 6th month, that is when you are going to seek asylum. Why? If you really have a case to seek asylum, why didn't you do that when you got to the airport? Why didn't you do that in the 1st month, 2nd month, 3rd month? What were you waiting for? All these leaves so many questions unanswered, and it makes your asylum claim very fishy. If something is chasing you, immediately you enter. I mean, you all can picture this scenario where probably you've gone out as children. You go out to play and somebody threatens you or somebody wants to harm you, and you are running home to seek refuge from your parents. Immediately you enter, you slam the door. Or immediately you enter, you run straight to seek refuge from an adult who is available at home, right? Yes, so that is what it is supposed to be like. Immediately you enter, you seek refuge. You do not come and stay for a year, 6 months, 5 months, 3 years before you seek refuge. I did a video one day and there was a comment. Somebody made a comment that my people will not be happy with me because so many people are suffering marital abuse that they need to seek asylum. I was like, really? People are seeking asylum with marital abuse? I don't know what type of marital abuse will let you want to seek asylum in another country. Marital abuse, is the solution not divorce? Or if you are in an abusive relationship, isn't it separation? Or what is it about marital abuse that will let you seek asylum? Or in which part of the world is there no marital abuse? In fact, which part of the world do we hear most people, partners shooting the other person, running the car over them? Where do we normally hear this? Isn't it in these places that we run to seek asylum? So how can you come here to seek asylum with a marital abuse and you wanted to? Well, if these issues went through in the past, currently, I do not think issues like this will go through. Your asylum claim should not be shallow. It should be something that everybody can resonate with. not something that leaves a lot of questions to be answered. This is what the Immigration Minister, Honorable Mark Miller, said himself. He said that it is quite obvious someone that's been here for a year or more claiming asylum where no condition have changed in their home country. It doesn't smell good. It doesn't look good. This is from the minister's own mouth. And that is exactly what I have been saying. You have been here for a year or more. So what happened? Guys, you need to travel with a plan. You need to have a plan before you travel. And some of us have been telling you, oh, it's because next year is election year. After the elections, don't worry, things are going to calm down. This is just for politics. Let us all keep in mind that the government in power in Canada now is their Liberal government. This is the government that allows immigration more, okay? So, assuming that this government does not win power in the next election, it is going to be more stringent. And let us also keep in mind that what Trump is going to have in mind to do in the US is going to put a lot more burden on Canada's asylum system, because Canada shares a boundary with the US. So when yet to be installed president of the United States starts deporting people like he intends to do, a lot more of these people are going to find their way into Canada to seek asylum. We should expect that. It's going to put a lot more pressure on Canada's asylum system. The recent surge in immigration is causing hardship for the average Canadian. Some cannot afford housing, food, and the asylum claims and all that is putting the social system under so much pressure. So the average Canadian is not happy with how the current government is handling these immigration issues. So let's not console ourselves by thinking that after the elections everything is going to come back to normal in Canada. I doubt. If you are currently a student in Canada, you should not be too relaxed. You should not be too relaxed and thinking that after school you have time for postgraduate work permits and whatever. You know the pathways. You know we have express entry. You know there's a provincial nominee program. You know there's all those programs. There's the healthcare. There's all those programs that do not wait to complete school before you take advantage. Don't think there's too much time. That is what some people thought, and before they realized they have just 3 months to expire, they are running to seek asylum. Do not sit and wait till it is getting too close to the expiration of your documents and you do not know what to do, and then asylum becomes the only alternative. Start doing what you have to do early, because if Canada gets a new president, a whole lot may change. Do what you have to do and do it fast. I know a Nigerian YouTuber. I like that girl so much, Asylum. Those of you who know her and follow her YouTube channel, she is one person I admire so much. Asylum had her PR in a year of coming into Canada as an international student. Yes, in just a little over a year, or even, yes, in a year. In a year of coming to Canada as an international student, she had her PR because she didn't wait to complete school to join the express entry pool. And she keeps saying it on her channel that join the pool, do your worst evaluation, write your IELTS, be in the pool. And she is a living testimony. She completed school, and just after school, she had her PR. So you see, Some of her mates are with their postgraduate work permit and they are thinking of which pathway to use, but she already is a permanent resident in Canada. And guys, if you know the benefits that come with being a permanent resident, aside a peace of mind it gives you, that is, if that is what you are looking forward to doing, you wouldn't waste so much time. The laws keep changing and anything can happen. And if you are yet thinking of coming to study in Canada, then you should know that you will need enough money that can fund your tuition and your living expenditure before you come. If you do not have money, explore the funding packages available and try to make sure that you have some sort of funding that is going to cater for your tuition and living expenditure when you come to Canada. Another thing I've always been advising is that take your program of study into consideration. Canada has told us where they need more people, and that is in healthcare, agric, construction. So as much as it can, if you are interested in living in Canada, make sure that your program of study aligns with the needs of Canada. And the trades, carpentry, plumbing, all these trades are in high demand. Do not look down on them. If you are interested in staying in Canada, in the coming months, a lot more will be said about how Canada is going to deal with these international students who have gone to seek asylum, and also immigration consultants who are alleged to have counseled these students to do that. Trust me, some of these students realize they are going down. They are not going to go down alone. They are going to pull these immigration consultants with them. They will not go down alone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And also, if you know anyone in Canada who is schooling or who has intention to come to school in Canada, it will be very good that you share this video with a person so that the person will know what's going on and how well to program themselves in order not to fall victim, how well to program themselves so that they do the right thing when they eventually find themselves in Canada. If you know anyone who is studying or anything, please forward this video to them so that they prepare very fast. They take advantage of the time they have now to work towards the pathway they want to use to get their permanent residence, and they should not rely so much on the postgraduate work permit available, because that 3 years seems long, but it's actually not that long, and it can go very fast, and by the time you realize it's expiring and you do not know what to do. Okay, thank you so much for staying with me, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.